Hello everyone, welcome back to round 5 of our season 1 My Team career mode. That's what we are going to be streaming today. I might um, do another race after, but that's not from the career mode. That will probably just be from the race the real F1 drivers had yesterday. Because I want to show um, why some people crashed, because it is still a street circuit and you just go really quickly and you have a lot of blind corners, so it's just a really dangerous circuit. Like when you get into the flow, it feels amazing to drive. But if you don't really get into that flow or you don't know the circuit that well, like that's the case with me, you can crash quite easily. But that's what we are going to be doing after this My Team race. So let's just see what we can do. These are our facilities at the moment. Our aerodynamica is the best one. We really need to improve the chassis, as we were talking about last time, because we have the most heavy car on the field and it just doesn't want to turn. I get a lot of wheel spin because of it. We have a rocket engine, so that doesn't help at all. Our car is way too heavy with way too much power, so we like almost can't keep the car under control. So we really do need to improve our chassis. Otherwise we will just slide all over the place, and that's not what we want. We can upgrade the failure chance from the chassis facility department. That will be quite good, because then we can get the chassis upgrades cheaper if you think about it, because you don't have to rebuy them if they fail. So that's what we are that's why we have purchased it. We are now going into practice 1 for Canada. Used to be one of my favorite circuits, and we have a good engine, so we might have a shot here. But like I said, our car is really heavy, so we might get a lot of wheel spin onto the big straights. So it might be really annoying as well. Our rival is Lance Stroll. I forgot about that, but we will try to beat him. We should be battling Alpine and Alfa Romeo this race, but we are probably going to fight with AlphaTauri, maybe McLaren, because we are just quicker drivers. So yeah, let's go to quick practice 1. Straight to qualifying program. We're going to do the 100% success rate. We are just going to keep pressing the highest percentage. Because if you choose the lowest, it will most likely fail. Sometimes the highest percentages also fail, but it doesn't happen that much. This one doesn't have a time for some reason. That's really weird. It takes 8 minutes and 20 seconds, though, you can see in the bottom left. And we got it because it was 100%. Now we have 1.5 minutes remaining. We can't do anything in that time, so we are going to back out. Okay, so do anything else with 7.5 minutes remaining. So that is all the practice programs done. Now we are just going to continue. And then we're going to hop straight into qualifying. Did a lot more than our teammate Gwen Yujo, of course. Cheap driver, got out of F2. Isn't the best driver around, so yeah, that's to be expected. Just like our teammate, will probably get P17, P16 maybe even 18 or 19. You never know with a teammate in the first season. Like if they score even 1 point, it's really rare, and you should be quite proud of them. We are now 6th in the Drivers' Championship, 5th in the Constructors. So we are going to hop back to our newer engine parts, not the newest, but newer. Because we need a good engine on this circuit. We're going to qualifying. One shot qualifying, round 5. Canada. We need increased top speed. We need to change the fuel load, because it always puts more fuel in than you actually need. I don't want to change the wings, because every time I do that the car understeers like crazy, or the back just wants to step out. I don't know how to customize a setup except for how to take the fuel out. I also don't really want to spend time just going into time trial finding some quick setups. I just want to play F1, have fun, enjoy the game. So yeah, let's get into qualifying. There we go now. Into turn 1. Close to the apex. Oh, we touched the grass there, so we went a little bit wide, a little bit deep. We touched the grass again, so not really touching the apex of the shoot there. We're now in last place. Let's focus on getting a good exit here. Was quite an okay exit. Now we are just going to use this pressure engine. We had a little slide there, but it's all good, and we're going through for P12, I think that was.
With qualifying finished, it's time to
Yes,
remind ourselves
P12
of
it
our
is.
top three: Verstappen, Perez, and Valtteri Bottas. Well, that wraps up qualifying, but don't worry, we'll be back tomorrow as we head into the Grand Prix.
And our teammate got somewhere around where I said he would be. B17, B18, something like that. And that was correct. We should be around Sebastian Vettel, Lance Stroll, and between Fernando Alonso and Ocon, between Alpine and Aston Martin. Aston Martin kinda underperformed this qualifying, but they can make up for it in the race. So the qualifying, it was okay. We went deep and wide on a couple of occasions. We didn't get close to the apex enough in some corners, especially sector 1 and 2. We messed up quite badly. Sector 3 was quite okay. We had the slide out of the chicane in the last corners. So that could have been better. Need to focus more on the traction there, but no big time loss. There is a chance of rain, but it's really small, so it will probably stay dry for the race. So let's get into the session.
Bonjour! It's time once again to go racing here in Montreal, the second largest French-speaking city in the world, and home since 1978 to the Canadian Grand Prix. With top speeds of around 210 miles per hour heading into the overtaking opportunity of turn 13, the 2.7 miles of the Circuit Gilles Villeneuve are some of the quickest on the Formula One calendar. There are 14 corners in total, with 60% of the lap taken at full throttle, and average lap speeds clock in at about 130 miles per hour. Anthony Davidson joins me once again in the commentary box, and it's fantastic to have you with us here today, but I'm curious, as a man with experience out on the track, how do you stop those pre-race nerves from becoming overwhelming when you're lining up on the grid?
But from the moment qualifying's over, you start to feel the adrenaline in your body build up and the buzz in your stomach as you anticipate the run down into turn 1. It's all a bit like going into battle, and the unknown situation makes you nervous. Those pre-race nerves are a good thing. The day you don't have them means that you don't care anymore. And of course you have to make sure that all the procedures are second nature to you, so that they're not taking up too much of your capacity.
Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Young superstar Max Verstappen starts from pole position. Sergio Perez lines up alongside. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Bottas, Hamilton, Carlos Sainz, and Norris, Leclerc, Gasly, Ricciardo, and Yuki Tsunoda. Fernando Alonso, the rookie, Esteban Ocon, and Raikkonen, Vettel, Stroll, Antonio Giovinazzi, and George Russell, Joe, Mick Schumacher, Latifi, and Nikita Mazepin. That's it then, it's time to go racing as we head to trackside for today's race.
Now that we've got some points on the board, let's continue this form and aim for another top 10 finish.
Okay, so that was the grid, a little introduction to the circuit. We can do an alternative strategy, so let's see what we can do. I think we will start on the mediums, that's for sure, so we should change this and then go to mediums. This will already save us a lot of time, but I reckon we can get rid of this one. Just extend our medium stint. As you can see, the time is going up a little. If I keep it there, we can extend our soft stint, I think. I'm not sure. I think I will just make a one stop for now. So let's make these hard tires, and yeah, as you can see, it doesn't save that much time. Last time I drove around the circuit, I got well, I got so little tire wear that I could really keep um, going on those tires, and I could just go from mediums to softs. So that was an amazing strategy I had. It was such an enjoyable race. I got so lucky that I was so gentle on the throttle, but we are now without traction control, of course, so the rears are going to be spinning quite a bit. So I think we should go with a two-stop actually. Medium, medium, soft, so we can push at the end. And we can always change the strategy if we want to. We can always go longer. 5 lights. And away we go. We lose a couple of positions because we are on a medium tire. But that's to be expected. And I immediately spun because the tires are still cold. Their tires are quite warm already, but ours isn't. Still behind Ocon. What we don't want to change the situation too much. Only difference is that we don't want to spin out there. That's exactly what we managed to do. We keep it on track. Everyone is really slow through here. But we go really wide, so we can really capitalize. I get a little push from behind. Giovinazzi really wants us to hurry up. But we are on the medium tire, so we just aren't as quickly as everyone else. Side by side now. We brake, we go a little bit deeper. Try to keep it on track. Everyone is really slow. I don't know why, but Ocon just kept turning into us, even though he had more than enough space to just go off us, and that's what he should have done. Then he would have gotten more traction, and he would be able to pull away from us, but he didn't. We need to be careful here with the throttle, but that's exactly what we do. We get enough traction. Now we are going to chase after Vettel. We got into the position we got in qualifying, so we gained back the positions we lost at the start. I'm quite bad at the starts still, I need to improve on those. That's what I need to do. I need to keep the wheel a lot more straight when I'm going out of that corner, up the hill. But we did it that time, so I'll try to keep that in mind for the next time, so I don't have to flash back as much as I've been doing this race. So let's settle down, try to not make any mistakes, and keep within 1 second of the car ahead, so we can get the DRS and save some ERS. He goes really slowly through this hairpin, so we are just going to send it up the inside. Now behind Tsunoda instead of Vettel. Vettel might try to come back at us, but he probably won't be quick enough. There we go, into the slipstream. Good onto the traction.
DRS is being enabled this lap. We can use DRS when you are within 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone.
Straight in the wheel, slow on the traction, and there we go. That is a great exit for the medium tire, of course. We will lose some time to Tsunoda. That's just because he is on the softer compound. Save the ERS, just use some DRS. We almost touched with Tsunoda there, but we keep it clean. A little bit of ERS usage so we get a bit more power off of that exit. might go for a move here. Beautifully done. He's still on the inside. He might get better traction with those soft tires, but he just backs off and stays behind. Now he goes to the inside. We need to leave the space for him. And because of this little battle, we lost a lot of time to the car in front of Fernando Alonso. So we need to catch him again. And try to get into that DRS zone of 1 second. So we can just sit behind and wait for an opportunity to arise. So we can overtake him. As we almost spun around there, but I got it somehow. We are losing more and more time to Alonso. Let's use some ERS, let's push to get into that 1 second gap. As Red Bull and Mercedes are really going ham. They are already so far ahead of everyone else. So this might be a championship battle between Red Bull and Mercedes. I don't think any other team is close enough. Speaking about close enough, we closed up to Fernando Alonso. We are now within 7 tenths. We almost spin again over there. I believe Tsunoda is out of our DRS, but I'm not sure. He might have been just into the DRS because of that little spin, the little moment we had there. I can't really see, so let's just look at the delta. I think he is out of the DRS. Alonso defends against us, that's not what we want. We want to work together, or you want to overtake and to just go quicker than him. Still on the inside, leaving the space. He leaves us the space as well. But now Tsunoda caught up to us because of this battle with Alonso. We might try it onto the inside of this corner. Now we got to DRS of Alonso again, so we are pushing onto this straight using the DRS.
Caution, caution.
As there is a yellow flag up ahead, that's the McLaren of Lando Norris.
Okay, clear.
That might have crashed. I don't know what happened to him. Maybe he just fought too hard or he made a little mistake, because the AI can make mistakes in this game. They can just use a little bit too much throttle,
There's
they can
been an
spin.
incident on track resulting in loose debris. Fortunately, the marshals have managed to clear it up in time and there are no plans for a safety car right now. The officials are deploying the safety car due to multiple cars being stopped on track.
Okay,
Mind your
yeah.
delta.
So I don't know if you guys caught that, but he was telling me about an accident that happened on track. And I was looking at the track and I
Drop your
saw
speed,
an
our
Alfa
delta is
Romeo
too low and we risk a
standing
penalty.
on
Slow your pace
one
immediately.
part of the track. And Jeff was like, officials are not looking to deploy the safety car, and immediately after that the safety car got deployed. So my engineer sleeping on the job a little bit, not telling me the correct information. But now a safety car is going to happen, and this is going to give all of the drivers on soft tires quite a big advantage over us, because we need to stay on these tires for let's see, for about 7-8 laps, and they can go into the pits like they should anyways on this lap. As you can probably see at Red Bull and Mercedes now, they are probably even going to double stack. they have a really big advantage over us now.
Check your MFD for a new strategy option.
Okay, that's too late. He probably wanted us to pit now. Yeah, he did.
Understood.
We're going to keep with our strategy from now. This might, though, actually help us by going from, as I said, a Alfa Romeo, Antonio Giovinazzi. But this might actually help us go from mediums to softs, because now our medium tires get less wear. So let's see what they are at now. 20% on the highest weared out tire. I don't know why these guys didn't come into the pits. Verstappen is now behind us on mediums, so I'm gonna try to be working together with him. I think my teammate went into the pits, I'm not sure.
Safety car is in this lap.
The safety car is already in. I didn't
Let's make sure those
that.
tyres are up to temperature, and remember there is no overtaking until the timing line. Stay in position until the green flags.
There we go.
Okay, the incident has
The
been
racing
cleared.
continues.
Let's get back up to racing speed.
Full tires again, so we need to be careful. Verstappen lurking behind. Probably wants to overtake us as soon as he can. We are not going to let that happen. Not yet. There he is. Right behind us. He's now on our outside. Tsunoda is really slow through that corner for some reason. So we are just going to send it down the inside. I didn't even really want to make that move, but it just happened because he was so slow into that corner. Really didn't keep the minimum speed up, I think. And now everyone goes into the pits. And now it's just me in P1 with Verstappen and Bottas behind. So we are in big trouble right now. Since they are going to get DRS off of us. We are going to have to continue further into this race. There he goes again. We're going to let Verstappen go through. Come on, mate. Overtake me already. Oh, Verstappen didn't overtake me. That's annoying. I want him to overtake me when we don't lose as much time, because these are not the guys we are battling, I think. Because I still don't know if the one stop is a good strategy. I don't know if we are doing a one stop or a two stop. I'm just going to see how long I can hold on these old medium tires. Bottas, though, the lead Mercedes driver in this race.
We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the mediums. We're leading our teammate by 5.7 seconds.
And we spun, so let's flashback. Oh, it was such a good exit here, and then I just messed up on the exit of this corner. I touched the grass there and just made a hatch of it. Got a little bit too eager onto the throttle because I wanted to stay in front of Verstappen, and that's all you need for, well, to be thrown out of the race if I didn't flag that back.
There's
One
been
of my
an
front
incident
towers
on
would have
track,
gotten
but
off.
officials aren't looking to push for a safety car right now. Just be careful.
So another accident happened. Now Verstappen right behind us. I went defensive there because I didn't want him to go down my inside, so we would lose even more time. I want him to pass me here so I can have the slipstream down this straight. That's why I let him pass. You don't have to defend, just keep driving, Verstappen, come on. I want to keep Bottas behind myself though.
Okay, we're dropping a few tenths per lap to the car ahead. They're edging away.
The dirty air there got us a little slide. I don't know if you guys could see that, but I certainly felt it, and I had to correct it. Now we are into the DRS of Verstappen. Really close to the barrier on the left there. Keeping Bottas on the outside. No contact made, but it's a clean defense. Now the Mercedes engine against our engine. It's the only team that's better on the engine side than we are. As we have a big slide again because the tires are starting to go off now.
We're boxing this lap. Give us the best in lap you can.
As Jeff proves. But I think, to make up for the safety car, we are going to continue onto these old mediums. We are going to show our tire saving skills even without traction control, which I'm still trying to get used to. I'm still getting a lot of slides, as you might hear on some exits. And you can see it if you look at the percentages. I'm just sliding way too much still. Right as I say it. But I think we should be fine to go another couple of laps onto these mediums. We are going to try the audacious one stop of going from mediums straight to softs. And see how we can do from there. There he comes again. Oh, we went to the inside this time. Going to let him go fast into the slipstream.
Come on,
Open
you can win that
EMS.
place back.
We're now side by side. Gotta leave each other the space. It's all clean, no contact made still. We are side by side, but he backs off and goes. Oh, and we go ahead into second place again. Verstappen with 4.6 as the gap ahead. So he will probably win this race, even if we do a good one
No
stop.
issues with tyre wear for now. Keep taking care of them.
But that's to be expected. We shouldn't even be fighting Mercedes and Red Bull with our car at the moment. Bottas
Okay,
is going
there
to try it
appears to be an
again,
issue. We're currently investigating.
as Jeff, our engineer, tells us that they have seen an issue. So let's hope it's not something too important, because we might have to retire out of this race. And this would be an amazing result if we could finish into P2.
We can confirm that it's an issue with our engine. The issue seems to be fixed, but we will keep monitoring it our end.
So we had a problem with our engine, but it's immediately fixed. Might return. So let's just keep our head down and keep trying to get the lap times in this race, while keeping the tires under control. As you can see, they're slowly going up more and more. Our tire temperature is looking quite okay. Bottas again tries it around the outside into the hairpin, but I'm gonna have none of it. Keep the inside. He has the traction this time though, because our tires are just so old. And it's going to be a drag race to the chicane. And Hamilton close behind as well. Gonna make sure we are the first to that apex, and we get a better exit because he went wide, and we get a little bit of breathing space. Perez and Hamilton battling. Little slide there, but we managed to catch it. Our teammate is doing an amazing job. I didn't even notice that, but look at the minimap. He is in front of the Alpines, the Haases, the one McLaren, because I think something happened to Ricciardo or Norris. I don't know who it was, but I remember seeing one of the McLarens have an accident. I think it was Lando Norris. But he's in front of both the McLarens, as we lose focus and lose the position to Bottas. So he's probably going to pull away now. But look at our teammate. I trash talked him in the beginning of this stream, saying that we didn't expect much of him, that we didn't expect him to get any points. But look at that man go. Flying high. Maybe it's just our car really coming alive onto these long straights because of that engine. The Mercedes powered engine, of course. I don't think we got DRS. No, we didn't. So Hamilton will come flying at us now with a rate of not. Still not going into the pits. As we almost spin, This will give Lewis Hamilton a really good run on us. So we're going to use some ERS to keep him behind. And he just stays put for now. But he's probably going to try into this hairpin on the outside, just like Valtteri Bottas did. We're still going to have none of it. Show him wide a little bit. Now he's into the slipstream, has the DRS, probably uses ERS, and there he goes. We're going to keep deploying the ERS, make sure we are first to that apex, and again make a Mercedes driver back out in that way. Hamilton and Perez now jockeying for position. Let's look at our tires now. How are they doing? 55%. That's quite a lot. So let's hope we can hold on. %75% is puncture territory, so then there's almost no rubber left on the tires, and they can just explode, and then we would be out of the race. Our teammate now into the pit.
Yu is coming in for his stop.
So are a lot of other drivers. So they might have done a medium, soft, medium, and that's why they were so quick, so far up the order. And now have to do another stint on mediums. Perez now is behind us. He caught up to us. So let's see if Perez can do what Hamilton and Bottas couldn't do, into the hairpin on the outside. We went a little bit deep, and he's on our inside trying to do the old switcheroo, but we managed to keep it in front. Now though, in the slipstream and the DRS open, you can see the back of his wing standing open to reduce the drag. So we went one gear too low, gives him another good run down this straight, again with DRS open. Bottas is going to try it as well, but we are going to have none of it. Let Perez through, defend against Bottas though. He touched us a little there, but we didn't get a penalty, so it's probably his fault for touching my rear. He almost spun us around and showed us wide a lot. Because of that I couldn't brake in time, otherwise I would have spun. So I would say that's Bottas' own mistake.
Newer tyres than you, maintain our gap if possible.
But I think that next lap we are going into the pits. And let's see what we can do on those newer soft tires. So this lap we are going to continue, and after that we are going into the pits. So let's make that ready. We want to go onto the soft tires. And we are up into first place of the race once again. So Verstappen already behind, much fresher tires, sends it through on the inside and keeps it in front. We almost spun there. Let's keep going, get a good exit off of this hairpin. Let's tell our engineer to box this lap.
Stopping this lap.
Let's check the tires one more time so we don't have a repeat of Azerbaijan when I forgot to change the set of tires. There we are into the pits. Verstappen P1, Bottas P2. Perez is probably also going to come through.
Exit now.
As we have a good pit stop, Lance Stroll is on our right at the moment.
Exit. We'll receive a penalty for dangerous driving if you cross over into the track.
So we managed to get in front of him. Lance Stroll, by the way, also doing an amazing job. Driving P5 at the moment. We are P4. Let's see if we can make these tires last. And if not, we made a huge mistake. Now on the softer compound should be able to drive a little bit quicker. I don't expect us to catch Perez or Bottas or anyone like them because their car is just so quick. As you can see, every lap they just tried to throw it around my outside into the hairpin, which is just bonkers to even think about doing, even on a Williams or something like that. As Perez gets the fastest lap of the race,
okay,
we get the fastest sector.
5.1 seconds.
And now Hamilton gets the fastest lap of the race. Those fresh mediums with lower fuel are really working for those guys. Let's see what we can do on these soft compound of tires. Let's see if we can pull away from Stoll. We did one lap, our tires are on 5%. We need to do 12, so that will be 60% tire wear. Around somewhere around there. We did 1.5, so let's say we will get 50% tire wear.
This is 2.0 seconds.
That was about what we had on the mediums as well, so I would say we played this perfectly until now. So let's see if there will be another safety car or something like that. If so, we will be screwed over quite a bit again. And we gained half a second on Sergio Perez, and we get the fastest lap of the race. Stay into third, get less wheel spin, up the hill. Should have gone down to second.
Caution, the virtual safety car
as
has
I
just
was
been deployed
saying,
due to a buildup of debris on the track.
there is
We've been
a
informed that
virtual
due to the
safety
increasing
car
risks, they're
to
moving
screw
from a
us
virtual
over
to a
once
full safety
again.
car.
But it might help us with our tire wear towards the end of this race. Let's see how our fuel is doing.
A new strategy is
We have
available
quite a lot
on
of
the
fuel.
MFD.
I'm not going into the pits for another set of softs. I already know that that will be it. Oh, they're saying I need to pit again, so
Okay,
I'm not
copy
doing
that.
that. I'm not going into the pits again. So I'll just say that I will pit later, so I don't have that annoying
Drop your
line
speed, our
on
delta
my
is too
screen.
low and we risk a
Oh, it
penalty. Slow
isn't
your
a
pace
sa-
immediately.
it isn't a virtual safety car. It's just a normal safety car, but our softs are quite new still. So we are maybe try to capitalize on some people going into the pits again. But no one in front goes into the pits, so it doesn't really do anything. So let's try to save our tires. Let's hope no one behind goes into the pits.
Check your MFD for a new strategy option.
Jeff, shut up. I'm not going into the pits again. It's only 7 laps. Well, 8 laps, but 7 of racing probably. I don't need new
Got
tires.
that confirmed?
These tires are brand new. I can make it on them. I just need to save him a little in these couple of laps. So let's try to not get as much apexes as we were doing a couple of laps back. A little bit is okay because we still kind of need to keep the speed up. We will be really close to Perez and Bottas now, so we might be able to overtake those guys in this race. If we play our cards right, we might actually win this race somehow. It's a long shot, but it is possible. We almost go into the back of Perez. I want to keep some space between us, because you never know with the AI on this game. Especially behind the safety car, they might just brake all of a sudden, and if you touch them, that will be your front wing gone and a 5-second penalty slapped behind your name. And that's not what you want. Let's look at our tire temperatures. 77 on the lowest. That is a little too low in P. We want it to be between 100 and 90. So, well, between 90 and 100. So let's warm up our tires a little bit. Our engine are a little cold as well. The engine should be between 100 and 120, I think it is. Let's see if the safety car comes in this lap.
Okay, let's get ready to go racing again. The safety car is in this lap.
Let's keep the tires warm.
When the field accelerates, remember, there is no overtaking until the green flags. Safety
so
car
now Verstappen decides when we are going to go racing again. And there he goes. I could see it. I was looking at Verstappen so I can react better than if I look at Perez.
We're racing again.
There we go for the last 6 laps, I think, of racing remaining. 6 or 7.
Push now.
Thanks, Jeff. I thought Jeff was going to shut up and then he just scared me. He said like push now and I immediately went down onto the throttle and just spun into the barrier. So let's not listen to Jeff. Let's take it calm, settle into the race for a couple of laps again. And then try to overtake these guys in front. Or at least keep the people from behind. The McLaren guys though are having a horrendous time in this race. Lando Norris spun around once, or crashed, I don't know what happened to him. And now Daniel Ricciardo is out of the race in the last couple of laps. So that is horrendous, and as we almost touched with Sergio Perez, because we have massive wheel spin on that curb, 20%. We're going to keep the ERS on, go to the inside, and we are up into a podium position.
Nice work, that brings you up a place.
3-3 now. As our MFD didn't want to go down.
We're leading our teammate by 2.9 seconds.
Want to get close to Bottas now. Don't want to overtake him. Want to focus on a good exit here. Maybe throw it down into the first corner.
Okay, the stewards have now enabled DRS. DRS is now online.
I wasn't close enough. As we spin again. Oh, that corner is so hard. So I now know we won't be close enough, so let's just stay behind. Really close to the wall there. We didn't touch it, no damage, it's all good. Now the DRS is enabled again. As we spin once again. Because I really am starting to push now. So I'm sorry for all of the flashbacks, I will push a little bit less. It's the dirty air and the fact that I'm starting to push to stay within the DRS of Bottas, maybe size up a move onto the straight into the chicane. You'll probably be too far back, too far in front, so he might not be able to make a move as he is DRS as well from Verstappen. But Verstappen is just too quick for Bottas, so he will just have a DRS force for the entire race. So we need to find a spot where Bottas makes a mistake or where our tire advantage is clearly more, because the tire advantage will slowly fade away from us. Perez might actually come back and take this podium position from us. That's of course not what we want. We want to move up the order and not down. So we make a little mistake there as well. It's now 6/10 to Bottas. And I spin again because I touched Bottas there. Like, I don't know why the AI is going so slow through this hairpin. We're just going to keep down the ERS this time, because I think we are close enough. Open the DRS, force him to use his ERS, send it down the inside, he leaves the space, we go around the outside, he touches us and he spins. Might have been quite aggressive from us, but it's only a warning, no penalty. He went way too much over the curb, he should have slowed down more, shouldn't have gone that deep. Lando Norris also out of the session, Gasly out of the session, Leclerc out of the session, Ocon out of the session. It's a big accident,
the marshals have managed to clear it up
but
in time,
apparently
and there are no plans for a safety car right
there's no
now.
safety car needed. So now we are behind Max Verstappen for the last couple of laps. Let's hope we can stay within the DRS
There's
of
5
this guy.
laps of fuel remaining.
I think we are out of the DRS. Let's hope not, because otherwise we will have to push really hard to get into that DRS if we even want a shot at winning the race, as we have a big moment there because I'm pushing so much. And again, we don't have the DRS. Our ERS running low as well. But the barriers are really glitching out there. I don't know if you guys saw that, but they're going ham. Close to Verstappen now. touched the wall with his rear there. Or he got really close to it. I think he touched it though. Teammate into pits for the last 2 laps. He might have gotten damage from that crash. So that amazing result he could have had is all gone now. We are in the slipstream of Verstappen though. So let's see if we can maybe, against all the odds, win this race with this weird strategy. We don't want to use that much ERS, we just want to stay kind of close, open the DRS and just get closer to him. And you can just see how much speed you gain compared to a car that doesn't have DRS. We are right behind him now.
This is your final lap of the race.
I want to stay behind though, save the ERS. As we have a big slide there because I was not focusing on my own lap, I was focusing on the cars in front that came out of the pits. I really need to stay focused on myself and Verstappen now. So I am going to be kind of quiet maybe. We lose a lot of time to Verstappen. Open the DRS a little to get closer into the hairpin. Immediately open the ERS. Deploy everything we got. Last lap of the race, open the DRS. Get really close. We are going to send it down the inside. He goes really late on the defensive move. We try to leave the space, but he turned in. But eventually no contact made. And we go through to win the race.
Great drive. We did it. Good job.
Here we are then, a real team effort to overcome their rivals for a memorable win here today. Anthony Davidson, a resounding victory today. What set them apart from the rest?
Well, they played the safety car to absolute perfection. There are so many factors to worry about once the race is neutralised. Do you pit for fresh rubber? Do you have the space behind you? How much fuel can you save? If you answer all of those questions correctly, you'll have a good chance. And that's exactly what happened today.
A show-stopping performance from the three drivers approaching the podium right now. It's been an interesting Grand Prix, that's for sure.
What a result. P1 from, what was it, P12 on the grid. Somehow, with a weird strategy, we managed to get P1 in this race.
Max
With
Verstappen
both the
should be
Red Bull
pleased
on the
with his
podium.
performance, making gains at the top of the table. So, Anthony Davidson, who would you rank as your driver of the day?
I have to give it to the rookie. They did a great job at getting the most out of their tyres without losing pace, something that's a very handy skill to have in modern day Formula One.
It's time to see how things are shaping up in the Constructors' Championship. Red Bull pull further ahead in the standings. Another team that excelled today was Williams, who make further progress up the table. After an event like that, who knows what the sport has in store for us next time? Be sure to join us again as we continue to bring you the latest excitement in Formula One.
Look at what happened to this grid. It looks so weird. Our teammate got P9 from P90. Aston Martin, both of the drivers, up so high on the order. Fernando Alonso, P11. Mick Schumacher in the Haas, P12 from P20. Yuki Tsunoda, one of the drivers we were battling in the beginning, fell down quite a bit. Lando Norris, probably caught up in the crash. DNF'd out of, well, DNF'd. He was really slow, 4 laps down on everyone. Leclerc down on everyone. Antonio Giovinazzi, Daniel Ricciardo crashed, of course. So let's look at the crash that happened at the end of the race between Bottas and me. when Bottas touched my rear and he spun around. I'm quite quickly skipping through all of these laps. I think it was around lap 26, 27. Bottas is P2 now, P2, P2, and here he is P5, P6, and he now goes P7. I think that's because of the crash. Oh wait, Leonor it says didn't finish. Oh yeah, people are crashing now behind him, so let's look at this lap. What is fast forward again? Fast forward is part 2, so let's see. Me and Bottas were fighting quite a lot on this part of the track. I was trying to get really close. So there we go onto the straight. Go down the inside. And he spins out. So let's again look back. But this time, what happens to Bottas? Yeah, he just spins on the sausage curb, touches our rear, gets down there, and he tries to turn around, but the Aston Martin and McLaren crash into each other. Our teammate gets caught up in it. A Williams, Ferrari. Look at that mess. A teammate Williams. Look at that. Everyone got caught up in this crash. That's awful to see. A lot of people just couldn't drive anymore. Other people had to go into the pits. But first had to drive their laps, of course, before they could go into the pits. That's why our teammate probably went into the pit one lap later. So that's awful to see. Bottas still continued to race though. He wasn't out. But you can just see how slow he is through every corner because he doesn't have a front wing. Yeah, that's too bad. That sucks for him. Let's look at the standings once we get back into the menu of our facility.
So that was an exciting race from our perspective.
First we have an
Let's have
interview,
yours.
apparently.
You gained a lot of positions during the race, didn't you?
The power advantage really
Well,
came in
looks
handy.
like your luck has changed. Things went a lot better than last weekend, didn't they?
Yeah, the car wasn't as heavy as last race.
Your team must be
so.
ecstatic with how you're performing.
Well, I can imagine our team is really happy. So it won't be this one, but I think one of these two. Yeah, I think I'll do this one.
You left a lot of paint on the walls today. Were you struggling for grip, or did you just misjudge some corners?
Let's say this one because we won the race. So if we say this, it's just not correct. Our teammate also did quite well, so this can't be it. And this one, we will be trash talking our aero department, and their focus will go down. So let's say this one.
Great. Well, that's everything.
Like, I remember hitting the walls a couple of times, I think. But it wasn't that hard. So, let's see. We beat our rival on every single thing, of course. What? What? Score 1 point? What? We got 27. How is that not enough? I am so confused. I am so confused. I wonder what causes things like that. Like, we still got the point, so why did we not get the money? That sucks, because then we would have gotten 1 million now. That would have been enough. Maybe our teammate did so well because of the focus we got him with the driver thingy. So let's see, we can get this one, or this one. I think we will do that, because then we will get more. Let's see, we have a lot of R&D points. We have a major thing on the aero department. We will get minor things on the other ones. Let's see. We can upgrade something on the aero. 16 days, 5 days. This is also 5 days, and this is 4 days. Yeah. I think I should wait for that one, and then buy the engine cover, or buy the improved energy, and then go for that. I don't really know. Their morale is high, so let's see if we can upgrade this and this in 5 days. I think we should be. Wait, we already can. So let's start the aero already. Why am I in powertrain? Let's start the aero. So that's another major upgrade for our car. We will be up on Ferrari, so right behind Red Bull and Mercedes. We can't purchase this one yet because our department capacity is reached, so we first need to get our chassis upgrade, since we have to skip through the days. So that's our general wear upgrade. There
Our
is
new
our
parts are
chassis.
completed without issue. They'll be on the car ready for the next
Now
race week.
R&D chassis. Oh, it still isn't here. What? I remember seeing it though, right? Or maybe it was just what is it called? One of the powertrain things, or the facility here that we got, the quality control. I don't really know, it's quite weird, but let's see. We can buy this one and we can do something against the tire wear now, but as you guys could see, I'm not really struggling with tire wear that much. I can manage it quite well. So let's see, our engine will be just as good as the Mercedes engine once we get this upgrade in 10 days. And we got our durability upgrade as well now. So let's see how good our engine is. Well, how good our durability is compared to others. It's like halfway. It's not good. It's not bad. Alpine has a really bad durability though. So let's go to the aero again. Yeah, we will get a big aero upgrade soon, and we will get a big chassis upgrade. Well, it's not big, but it's good enough from this one. It will help us a little bit. We will be tied with the other worst team. We are now fighting with Alpine and Haas, but once we get those upgrades, I think it will be between Alfa Romeo and Alpine, maybe Aston Martin, if we get a couple of them before this race. Otherwise our team is really moving backwards. That's
I know
not
we were
good for the
expecting some
team.
new developments to come through, but some of them have failed quality control.
Yeah, I know.
We'll need to tell the
I
team what to
already
redevelop via the R&D
did all
screen.
of that. So the French Grand Prix is going to be the next one. Paul Ricard. Really love that circuit, so I'm really happy. Let's look at the standings, because I said we would be looking at that. We are now P5 in the driver standings. We are P4 in the constructor standings, because our teammate got 2 points as well, so he will now be up to P15. Let's hope that his focus will be boosted because of this, because the focus is a big thing with drivers. As you can see, his focus is 76. It's not good, it's not bad, so I'm quite happy with that. I think we should buy this so we can get we can use our engine longer and will be better. And our acclaim has to be boosted as well, since we can get more money that way. So now we can get more R&D points. We get more money eventually because our driver rating will go up quicker, so we will be more popular. Our driver acclaim will go higher and our team acclaim will go higher. And power mapping helps us with the engine wear, so
This
we
is
don't
the
have to
driver
refresh the
market.
engine as quickly.
From here, you can see pertinent details on every driver in the sport, compare them with each other, and add them to your watch list. When the contract negotiation window rolls around, this is where you will approach any drivers you wish to hire.
So I've been thinking about which driver I want next. And I was thinking about Gasly. I'm going to be honest. Like for next season I want to re-sign Guan Yu Zhou, of course, because he's still with our team. I want him to continue driving this season to the end. And I've been thinking maybe Yuki Tsunoda, maybe Gasly. I think he will look quite cool in the car. Good name as well. Quite a cheap driver for what he can do. Carlos Sainz, also a really good driver. Charles Leclerc as well. I don't want to sign people like Felipe Massa, David Coulthard, like the old legends. I don't want to sign those people yet. Because Lewis Hamilton is really expensive, but I don't think he's worth the money. In this career mode, as you can see, Bottas, Verstappen, Perez, they are all beating Hamilton in some races. Bottas is really close. Perez and Verstappen are miles ahead. Well, miles. It's 4 points and 12 points, but still, it's quite a lot after 5 races. The standings are quite close actually between everyone. Yeah, but I said we were going to do one more thing, so let's hop out of the my team career mode. Since we are going to drive on the circuit that everyone, well, all the real F1 drivers drove on yesterday for the race. Don't know if you guys have seen it. Maybe the highlights, qualifying, maybe you've heard something about it. But it is Jeddah. I think the circuit looks crazy cool. Like, it's such a quick circuit. We will be driving as Max Verstappen. We will go from the back to the front. Let's see what we can do. Rules and flags. I think it's all fine. I don't really know. Weekend structure. We are going to do qualifying format 1 shot. Session length 25%, so that will be just normal. We are going to start the event. We are going to start from the back, and we are going to see how many positions we can gain in this race. It's a really strategic race. You need to stay in the DRS. You can save ERS, but you can also deploy quite a bit because the braking zones are so hard that you gain a lot of ERS back. So let's just get the increased top speed set up. I don't really need to do anything else. Our fuel doesn't matter as well. So let's go to track and let's make ourselves crash. We are going to show why this circuit is quite dangerous. So I'm just going to drive into the wall here.
Are you okay? That was a big one. Confirm you're okay, please.
I just realized that this probably will give us a flashback, which I don't want. So let's do this. And I think that will terminal damage a retire from session. Yes. So Red Bull team is disappointed.
We're all ready for tomorrow's
so
race,
let's see
but before
what
we
can
begin,
do
let's have a quick look at those who will be
in this race. Saudi Arabia, so it will probably be quite a hot race. So we can't push too much, we can't push too little. Let's go straight to the grid.
Greetings and welcome to Jeddah for what promises to be a sensational slice of world-class motorsport. We're off to the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. So let's take a look at the topographical map of the Jeddah street circuit. As you can see, a number of challenging corners for the drivers to master here. We'll see just how much the teams have benefited from their time spent in practice this weekend. And like many street circuits, this track has the potential to punish drivers that get it wrong. Let's hope we avoid any safety cars today. And as always, a man with plenty of racing experience joins me in the commentary box. Today it's Anthony Davidson. Tell me, Ant, you're no stranger to surviving the melee of turn 1. So how do you keep out of trouble when there's so much going on around you?
Well, the throttle goes both ways, Crofty. You've got to have the discipline not to try and win the race on the first lap, so always be prepared to lift early and give those around you more space. Trying to be the last of the late breakers with half a dozen cars around you may pay off from time to time, but it's also a great way to lose your front wing.
Let's run you through the driver grid order.
The grid doesn't really matter, so we are going to head into the race. Qualifying was awful, of course. I don't know why they would select this strategy. It sucks. So let's select this one, go to mediums and on softs, and do 6 and 7 laps. Get a little bit less fuel in. I think this should be good. So let's see what we can do in this race. We are going to try to stay behind on the first lap, even though we probably will, because I suck at starts, especially in mediums. Oh, we got quite a good start this time, but we are going to stay behind to make it even harder on ourselves. I will show you why this circuit is so hard to follow people and why the circuit is so dangerous. The Haas is going side by side. I can't really get past. The dirty air is also awful off of those cars. And I still have full tires, so I don't have much grip. Let's see how, what position we can finish in. As we already
No tyre concerns at the moment. Just focus on the driving.
No damage, but we did touch the wall. So let's see what we can do here around the outside. Going a little bit wide, but staying within the track. Using the ERS, catch up to Raikkonen. Go to the inside. Get to the apex first. Go to the outside. And we are up into P17 after the first lap. But as you can see, in sector 1 and 2 you almost can't really overtake people. Except for that part, but you can't do that at the start, of course, because you don't want to break the front wing against the other cars that are trying that.
Tyre condition is still looking
We
good.
touch with Latifi a little bit there. Outbrake him. We touch with Russell, since they are really slow off all
No
those
need to worry about tyre condition for now. Everything's looking
Let's
good.
use our ERS to get past him. And we're going to squeeze him out. Up behind Stroll, also on the mediums. So let's see if we can pass him as well. Down the inside. And if it looks like I'm taking that corner really weird, that's because I am. It's to go to the apex first, so they can hang it around the outside. Or squeeze me out, because otherwise I would go into the back of them. So that's why I'm taking that corner quite weird. You should wait a little and take a late apex into that corner. So you open up the exit more onto the straight. really grazed the wall
No
quite hard
issues
there.
with tyre wear for now.
No
Keep
issue
taking
though,
care of them.
apparently. So let's keep going. I went a little bit wide there. Should have gotten more to the wall on the inside there, on the apex, because the apex really doesn't slow you down.
We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the softs.
Leave the space for him. We were off into P12. This is one of my favorite moves. Just when you are side by side, outbrake him, leave the space on the inside, to go around the outside of your opponent. I think that's such a satisfying move to pull off. So if you have F1 2021, for sure try that one.
No tyre concerns at the moment. Just focus on
I
the
keep,
driving.
Driving against the wall quite harsh there, so I need to be careful with that. You can just see the slipstream effect, by the way. Now the DRS opens up. He's going to defend that way, so we are just going to slip down the inside.
That's P10. You've moved up into P10.
So we are into the points already on our medians. Let's try to catch Alonso. As you can see, a lot of the corners are kind of blind,
Okay, you're in the top
or they
10.
lead into blind corners. That's kind of
Yellow
the
flag.
theme of this circuit. But I really like it. There's a good flow to it once you get it down.
Right, some information on Hamilton. They've got a serious
By
car
Hamilton.
issue. It looks like they're retiring. Okay, clear.
P9 now, behind Alonso. We again touch the wall,
Tyre condition is still looking good.
but our front wing still isn't broken. Like, the corners are already blind, but when you can't spot your braking point because there is a car in front of you, that's so annoying. You almost can't see anything. Once again, taking the corner quite weird maybe.
Good. Good job. Nice overtake. Box, box. We're coming in this lap.
Holy crap, I don't know why he braked there. That just jump scared me. I went into the back of him again. I don't know why Sainz brakes on this part. But you can take it flat out. Even with those in front of you. So let's overtake Sainz because he is really unpredictable.
No need to worry about tyre condition for now. Everything's looking good.
Gasly held us up there, but we are still on the outside, but we lose it because we don't have enough traction to use. Just throwing it up the inside. Again, grazing the wall on the exit a little. Right behind Gasly now. Let's see how fast we can fly by. Ricciardo blocks us now, but we are still going to throw it up the inside. Keep it close to the apex. But he keeps his foot down, but we are going into the pits now. So let's see what the Red Bull boys can do.
Go now.
A 2.6, it isn't the best, it isn't the worst. Let's see what we can do from here. We are back behind the back markers now,
Pit
of course.
strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now.
Let's see if we can get out in front of whoever is behind us now. It is a Mazepin, so I'm really happy we are in front of him. Let's see what we can do on these softer compound of tires. Behind Schumacher. Even close to the wall. Let's make these laps count.
Sergio is in for his stop.
Let's go around the outside of Giovinazzi. We touch the wall.
No issues with tyre wear for now. Keep taking care of them.
Let's see if we can get Russell.
The gap to the car behind is 2.2 seconds.
Really close to the wall on every single occasion. Trying to make up 2/10 every single corner. Get as much time as we can. With balls of steel going through every single corner. Try to get into the DRS of the car in front. No ERS anymore now.
Great work. That's a new fastest lap of the race.
There is our teammate and Lando Norris. P3 and P2. As I said, around the outside of your opponent, through that camber. It looks and feels amazing what to do. Let's try to pass Lando Norris now. side by side. So you go really deep because I didn't have the good racing line. Now 4 seconds to Bottas in P1. Let's see if we can make that up to him without any DRS.
We have 5 laps of fuel remaining.
So let's see how quick we can be through every single corner. We have the softer compound of tire. Let's see what it can do for us. I would say that would have been a warning, but apparently not. The rules are on, so I don't know why it wasn't a warning. There is Bottas now. We can see him in front of us. We've caught up quite a lot. We don't really have any ERS to play with now. Let's not use any on the straight. Let's do this strategically. Let's get into the DRS with the help of our softer compound of tire through this first and second sector. So I will be close enough. Then if we can, let's overtake him onto the straight into turn 1. So we can pull away again in this sector. Hey, Bottas. Let's save the ERS. We are gonna need it when we are gonna pull away from him. Let's back off, give him the room, so he doesn't defend, so he won't lose as much time. You want to stay behind?
There's 3 laps of fuel remaining.
Now we want to overtake him. Deploy the ERS, open the DRS. And there we go, up into P1.
Great maneuver. You made it look easy.
Let's go for the fastest lap of the race. Oh, we touched the ball there. That sucks.
No tyre concerns at the moment. Just focus on the driving.
No damage though. almost a sub 130.
Good job. That was the fastest lap of the race so far.
And there we go, up to the line. We won the Saudi Arabia.
Yes, you've done it.
race.
Well done.
Brilliant stuff from Red Bull today. What a superb victory. Red Bull are our winners today after showcasing some incredible driving.
I really like that circuit.
Today's performance means Max Verstappen now owns the top spot in the Drivers' Championship after an incredible...
It's such a good race. Like, it feels like such a good circuit. I think I put it in my Team career mode as well. So, in a My Team series, I will drive on the circuit eventually. But you really need a light car for it. With a good engine. So we have the good engine, but we need a light car. And the downforce also wouldn't hurt in sector 1 and 2. Would be quite nice, but as you can see the overtakes are really onto the straights using the DRS and the ERS. Yeah, I really love the circuit. I'm so happy with the result we got in My Team career mode. Yeah, we got first place. I still can't believe it. From P12 to first place. Like, I know Canada is one of my better circuits, but I'm still so happy. Like, I was struggling with
Cash is
traction,
getting pretty
but
low.
the
We may need to shut down facilities for a while to cut
tire
down our
wear
running
wasn't
costs.
too bad, so I'm really happy. Wasn't pushing too much. That's why I was saving the tires, trying not to spin, and it all came together in the end. So I was right with the strategy I wanted to use. That's I think what I was saying in the beginning. Like, I want to try medium to soft, but I saw the time wasn't really right, and then I was thinking about rear tire wear. It all came to the conclusion that I was right all along with what I should have gone with. So I'm not going to look anymore at the times that the game says, like, oh, you will lose like 4 seconds, or you will be 4 seconds faster than if you do this. No, I'm just going to do what I think, what strategy I think is just better overall. So that's what the strategy I will be going for from now on. For now though, I will leave it here. I really hope you enjoyed the stream. I will see you guys next time, and have an amazing day. Goodbye.